Hey everybody, welcome back to Super Comic Fun Time. So today we have the really sad news that Stan Lee has died. I heard about it around noon, I guess. I saw World Class Bullshitters had done a video and I watched that video, and I went on to Twitter and I liked and retweeted everything that people were saying about Stan Lee. And I was going to make a video. I wrote a little script, but then I wasn't in the mood. My script wasn't that good. And so after playing a few hands of Hearthstone, I thought I would just come to my drawing table, but I couldn't think of what I wanted to draw. I remembered I had this book, so I thought I might draw Stan Lee. Then I thought, well, what better time than to do a video on this book? This book I bought a while ago at Half Price Books, of course. It could be like as long ago as a year and a half ago, sometime last summer. I don't remember, and I don't have the price tag on it, so I don't even remember how much I bought it for. But the first thing I noticed when I opened it up is this bookmark was in it, and I didn't notice that when I bought it. I haven't even flipped through this book. I meant to read it, but I just never got around to it. So originally this, in the US, the manufacturer's retail suggested price is $30. I'm sure I didn't pay that much for it. And as I was like flipping through it, I thought, oh, some of this looks really cool. So I'm going to have to read this now. So there he is, Stan Lee, bursting through the page. How did it happen? During the strange, struggling early years of my life, I wallowed in embarrassment because I was a mere comic book writer. And now, because of those same humble comic books, here I am, the featured star of a real grown-up book, the hero of my own life story. There's probably a moral hidden in there. Feel free to search for it as we roll along. And I've been I love this. I think this sums up Stan Lee pretty well, as he did put morals in his stories, but he left them for you to find. He didn't feel the need to hit you over the head with it. And I've been a little bit depressed about the state of comic books lately and Comicsgate, and nothing really seems to be getting better. So yeah, just looking at that, I think that's what sums up Stan Lee. He was an optimist. Now I know like there are people who, oh, here we go. This is written by Stan Lee and Peter David. I know that there are people who had issues with Stan Lee during the course of his life, but I think, when you read like some of the early stuff, and this was in my script, which wasn't very long, but I think the greatest character Stan Lee created, and this is funny, this kind of struck me when I saw The Onion had put out, like, they put out those funny headlines on Twitter. It said, Stan Lee, creator of Marvel's most favorite character, Stan Lee, dead at 95. And that just struck a chord in me, because I think his greatest creation is Marvel Comics itself, the character, because you read those early books and he had like the Merry Marvel Marching Society, and he talked about the bullpen, and he created this image in your mind with his words that just Marvel Comics was larger than life. And so I think like when people had issues with him, I think it's because he was this optimist and he didn't dwell on the on the pettier side of life. And I guess like having, feeling like your work is being ripped off, maybe it's not so petty, but so here, like some of the things being brought up is Stan Lee had joined the army during World War II. And I don't remember exactly what he did. It was in one of the books I'd read, like I think Marvel, The Untold Story. I think he worked for a newspaper in the army, but I don't really remember. I guess it's telling me here, and I could read it, but I'm talking, and I can't talk and read at the same time. But so this book looks pretty good. Like here, I don't know who this character is. It looks like Uncle Fester. Yeah, so this book actually looks very good. VD, not me. What is this? So, stop overthinking. You're overthinking. Yeah, I'm not sure what the story is here. But I mean, this book does look kind of fun. And the other reason I thought I would, oh, like right here, Amazing Spider-Man, Amazing Fantasy Spider-Man, the Hulk. So we get some of Marvel history in this book. So I guess I'm going to have to read this one and do a full review on it. So let's see. The stupidest accident in the world lost him to us. Joe had been drinking with some other artists and he'd lost his glasses the week before. What is this about? I don't know. It's kind of hard to read it, but like, look at this book. You get like lots of Marvel history here. So I haven't done anything with this book. That includes looking it up on Amazon. It was an impulse buy. I meant to read it. I didn't get around to reading it, but I think it might have been, you know, shortly after Stan Lee's wife had died. So I thought this would be a good purchase. And it looks like it is a good purchase. Here's Kiss. Now, I think in Marvel, The Untold Story, I think they tried to rip Kiss off. I don't know. There's some story between Kiss. I mean, they wanted like a really kind of superhero book for themselves. And there were some shenanigans. I don't remember the story, though. So here's The Punisher. So this looks really good. And then the thing I noticed, which I didn't know, is like it said, oh yeah, right here on the cover, bonus poster included. So I go, oh, maybe I didn't get the poster since I bought it secondhand. But nope, here's the poster. Look at that. Let's take this out and see what this poster is all about. I wonder if my buddy Nedhead has this book. I would guess he does. Ooh, look at that poster. That is beautiful. Oh my God, look at that. I'll try to scan it up for you. So there we go. Got like 5 of the major characters. You got Spider-Man, you got Captain America, you got Iron Man, you got Thor, and you got the Green Goliath, the Hulk. Oh, and then look here. There's like lots more. Those are the ones I noticed at first, but then you've got the Human Torch. You've got Captain Marvel, Doctor Strange, Silver Surfer, Storm, and then you come up. Let's see, I'm running out of table room and my little thing that holds my camera is getting in the way. But look, so you've got like somebody like a grandfather walking with his son over this bridge into the wonders of the Marvel Universe, I guess. I don't know, this is a really cool poster. I wish it wasn't all folded, but I wish it was like one of those cloth ones, but that is beautiful artwork. Wow, if I ever go to a comic convention and the guy who drew this, which is probably written in this book, oh, look at that, it's got this glue on it, and look, the glue kind of bled through and damaged the poster a little bit, but that's okay. We'll just put it back in here the way we found it, and then that won't, I don't think it can get any worse than that. But this envelope is already coming out, so well, I'm really glad that was in here. So yeah, this book looks really good. Looks like it would be a fun read. I mean, the artwork is fantastic. Look at that. Then you got board games. I mean, so I think I'm going to go ahead and edit this video and post it, and then come back down to my drawing table and try to draw something. Sinestro's been mocking me. The last time I drew something is I watched Ethan Van Sciver's stream, and I drew this on the 15th of January of this year, and this year is almost over. And, you know, it kind of got buried in my papers, and now I put it on top of things because he's kind of mocking me. It's like, when are you going to get back to your table? But maybe tonight. So anyways, it's sad, but I mean, it's also joyful. Like, Stan Lee gave the world so much, and in a way, he'll be immortal. I don't see Spider-Man and the Avengers going away real soon. So I think Stan Lee will live on in spirit for many decades to come. Superheroes have a staying power unlike other genres. Like, you know, Pulp Fiction, we've forgotten a lot of those characters like Doc Savage and the Shadow. And I read a couple of Shadow books when I was a kid, and they were really good. But somehow the visual medium, even though like Batman has, you know, owes a lot of his origin to the Shadow, it is, you know, it's the visual character that really comes to life, and it just sticks in your mind, even if you want to laugh at the silly, funny books that people are reading. But yeah, look at this. It's like, you know, what's that name? Funky Flashman is like Jack Kirby's parody of Stan Lee, and I do think it is a little mean spirited. You know, I mean, he is Funky Flashman, but I don't think he knows he is. You know, so I don't know if that makes it any better, but you know, I mean, we're all human, and so I miss Stan Lee, and I'm really happy for what he gave the world. I mean, half of the illusion is making Marvel itself into a character. So, anyways, I'm going to cut it off here. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you like, and hit the thumbs up button. And I'll have this video up really soon. And then I think I'm going to do some drawing and, you know, deal with the grief I'm feeling that way. Super Comic Fun Time out.